Hi, my creative friends. This is Linda Carroll, and I'm back in my studio, and I hope everybody's doing well. Today, we're going to crack open our art journal and work on a self-portrait. What you saw in the beginning of the video as I was going through some of my storage containers and looking for images to use in this particular collage. So I hope you'll join me. I hope that you will enjoy my approach to doing a self-portrait. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And those of you who are returning, I'm very grateful that you are back and will enjoy this video on a mixed media self-portrait. So, as always, we need to get centered. We're going to be accessing our imagination, our soul, our psyche, and the best way to do that is just to relax. So, if you want to, you can close your eyes. If not, that's fine. You can just breathe into this and take a deep breath through your nose. Out through your mouth. Your feet should be firmly on the floor, on the ground. Take another deep breath in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Sit up straight. Feel the energy coming down through your head from above. Another deep breath in and out through your mouth. And feel that energy going down your back, running down your shoulders into your hands, running down through your hips, your legs, your knees, your calves, your feet, And feel that energy reaching deep into Mother Earth to ground you. You're in a safe place. If you have your eyes closed, open them slowly and join us in the present, in the here and now. Okay, I'm going to switch the camera and we're going to get started on our self-portrait. You'll need a photograph of yourself, 2 inches or 3 inches of a portrait of your face, and maybe your shoulders too. And I did a sheet of the portrait that I use in a lot of my social media. And I did one in color, an exaggerated color, and then I did one in gray tones. So if you have something like that available and you're going to work along with me, that would be great. If not, that'll be one supply that you'll need in order to do this particular mixed media piece. So I'm going to switch the camera and we'll get started. Okay, I showed you my portrait that I decided to use in this, and I don't know if I'm going to use the 2-inch or the 3-inch tall portrait, but it will be one of those. I want to show you something that I did in a workshop. Oh gosh, I must have done this I'm thinking about 9 years ago, and what I did is I had a great big roll of butcher paper and I rolled it out and I wrote down everything that inspires me in my artwork. And what I realized when I finished this is it's all part of who I am in one way or another. So I took this, a picture of it, and I made it 8.5 by 14 inches and printed it out on my printer. And I'm going to be using this as inspiration for my self-portrait. Now, the self-portrait I'm going to be doing is, I call a soul portrait, because these are things that are part of the I within me, the things that make me who I am, the different archetypes that live within me that have played out through my life, the memories that I hold dear within me in my heart, things that have been repeated throughout my lifetime, that have been that have happened so often that they've become a part of me, as well as different things that I can't imagine being on this planet without, like books and collections and containers and memory boxes and bins and bowls and all the different things that if I look around my studio, I will see them all around me because they do inspire me. Also, you know, if you look deep within, you'll find your soul stories, things that have happened to you in the past that have created who you are today. And so this is going to be part of my inspiration. And you probably will want to make something like this too. Also, you know, I see myself as like very bohemian, like a gypsy, like a wanderer, a traveler. And I had saved these scrapbook papers for a journal that I'm going to do, a boho journal. And I thought I'm going to clothe myself in some of these images. I just love the bright colors. So we're going to use those. And then I went through my bin of the last magazine haul that I did, and I went through and harvested a huge pile of magazines, and these are some of the things that I came up with out of the magazines. And I have my pomegranate, which I always have most of the time in my artwork. I tend to say this a lot, ta-da, when I finish something that I'm especially proud of. I found some legs and feet, some animal spirits, words and pictures, eyes. I love this. Again, that's the boho theme. My number 5, if I was brave enough. Sometimes I see myself like this with this hairdo. And so here are some arms and hands that I really liked. Practical magic, follow your heart. This I'm going to use like a halo or a crown. You know, the word crone from a long time ago meant crown. I do consider myself a crone, and I thought this would be a beautiful crown or halo that designates all the different things that I've learned and the wisdom that I've gained through my years. I love this purple, and I found it, I have it in 2 sides. So, and another number 5, and look at her. Doesn't she look tough? And that's the way I see myself from the inside, tough. And I have had to be a tough chick sometimes through my years. And a starfish and some paintbrushes. And I looked through my binder. I keep a binder of bits from all the collage sheets that I do. And I found some arms that I might use in this particular piece. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, I also found some buttons that I might use. A good friend of mine gave me these kind of boho patterned buttons, and I love those. And I have this stamp that, although I say I don't do time, but I'm always on time. But time is important. It's a reality in this existence here. So, and the butterflies always seem to appear in my mixed media pieces. So I'm going to be using this stamp. And I'm not really sure what else. We will see what happens. I'd really love to use some stencils in this, but we'll see. I'm not really sure exactly how this is going to turn out. So I can do my self-portrait in this direction, which I think I am. And I'm going to fussy cut out all of these pieces, and then I'll be back with you, okay? So I'll see you in a bit. I got a little bit carried away with my fussy cutting, and I just couldn't wait to lay some things down on my page. So I kind of reverted back to my style of collage I was using in my Dancing Divas art journal. And I may have gotten a little bit too busy in here, so I may be editing this as I glue it down. I used all the pieces that I found in my stash and it is coming together in a way that I really, really like. So let's go ahead and start gluing this down and see exactly where we go with this. I found some great pieces, and as I said in the beginning, I could probably do an entire book, an entire journal of self-portraits, which might be a good idea for a while to work on that and give you different options to do your self-portraits. But you know, there's just so much inside of me, I can't put it all down in one piece. So let's go ahead, get my glue book here. So on this one, I'm just going to use my glue stick and start gluing these pieces down. Now, I put my main portrait in the middle, and I've put things that are in the border that I really, words and images that mean a lot to me. And so let's just start gluing this down, and I'll put some music on and we can get this collage started. Okay. I have everything glued down, and I really am intrigued with this piece. I have some things I need to trim off and trim up, and I need to work a little bit here in this background area, but I'm really liking this. It's different from the last two collages that we've done, but definitely in my style. Let's see. Okay, we did this mixed media piece, and I can't remember what I called her. But I'll link the video down below of making this collage, this mixed media collage. And I love it because it's so tactile, you know, when you rub your hands over it. And this one had totems, and there's a lot of meaning. And that's one thing that I really enjoy about collaging in the manner that I do, is every piece has meaning. There are lots of symbolism in my images that I choose. Even if I choose them using my intuition, it seems like they still end up having very, very deep meaning. So I'm going to go ahead and trim around these edges, and I'll be right back. Okay, I think I want to put this button. I was trying to decide if I wanted this one or this one, and I think this one has more contrast to it, and also picks up more colors that are in the collage itself. But I think I want to put a sewing stitch around there. So let me get some thread that I want to use. Okay. And I'm just gonna maybe go through a couple times, and then I'll tie it. We need another button or two. Or I'm thinking that we might need a heart there. Let me see. always keep your scraps around because you never know what they may become. Okay. I think I like that better than another button. And does she need something down here at the bottom of her dress? I kind of like that. Okay, I've got my 3-in-1 glue. Okay. Put a little bit of glue right there. And that'll dry clear. Like that. And let's put the button on. Okay. And lastly, I need to take care of this the white space, the negative space. And I just want to clean up a little of this glue here using a baby wipe. That's one thing nice about the glue stick, that it will usually clean up with a baby wipe. And I just ordered a lot of different colors and added to my pan pastel collection. And I think that I might have the perfect color here. And remember, I used my little makeup applicators to apply the pan pastel. And this is a new color, so I need a new applicator. And I just put, excuse me, a little bit on the tip of the pan pastel, and I go around the edges first. Oh, a pretty color. Because I want the darkest color up close to the collage pieces. I got a little bit overzealous with my wet wipe there. And then I just work this out into the center of the space. And if you just rub over it with your fingers, it tends to set the color enough. And then I go in with one of my Prismacolor pencils. Set that a little bit more. And I usually go in with one that's a little bit darker. And I work from the edge of a collage piece out into the center, lifting up on the pressure as I do that. So that the edges are darker, and as I work my way into the center, it gets lighter. So I'm going to start with my white and get you writing here. And go in and exaggerate the white in the eye and add just a little glint to make the eyes stand out a little bit more. You can use gel pens to do this, whatever type of pens that you have. I just like the little exaggerated white in the eye. And even on my little faces down here, I'm gonna exaggerate the glint in the eye. And you can go through and add, add whatever you want to your pieces with the pens. I usually add way too much, but like, let's go around the heart, and I'm gonna use that bigger. I'm going to go around the heart with the red and just make little dots. And then when you're sure that they are dry, you can go in with a smaller tip and put a dot right in the middle of the red dot, and it gives it more dimension. I think these are quite dry on this side. But I can go over them again when it is dry. And then, let's see, do we want to add some red to our fingernails? I think we do. Boy, those eyes are popping right out of my head there. Let's knock those back just a little bit. Okay. And another thing that I like to do is, like we did on this piece, going around the edges of the collage, I do the same thing. I may use different colors, and I go around them twice. Okay, I just kind of hold the pen upright and go around here. It kind of reminds me of doing the neuro lines. And at the end of this video, I'll show you what I'm doing with the neurographics. It's really, really exciting. think since I calmed her eyes down a bit, I want to exaggerate at least her bottom lip here. She looked a little bit too hard for me. Even though I was tough, I wasn't hard. You know what I mean? But I'm going to keep mine soft since I used, you know, kind of a lighter color in there. Okay. Now, I can do all kinds of things with this. I love using my dots. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Baby wipe to the rescue. But I could go around my crown up here and add dots along the, and I'm only going to do one side of the rays. Since they're so slender. And you could use a different color. You could use gold or whatever. But anyway, you get the idea there. And you can do as much embellishment as you want. Or as little, or none. Whichever you know, whichever you prefer. And I'll go ahead and finish the ones in the front later. But I think we've got our collage, our self-portrait, our mixed media collage self-portrait. I didn't end up using my stamp. I know I'll probably do another self-portrait, and I may video that one as well, so you can get an idea of the many faces of Linda. I want to kind of highlight this edge of my purple headdress here a little bit so it doesn't get lost. And I really like the green in the hair. So I'm going to go in and add a little bit of a brighter green to that. And I think I want my pomegranate to stand out a little bit more. So I'm gonna darken the edges here. I'm looking for my brown because these dots are really, don't like them. So calmed them down a bit so they're not quite so glaringly white. Just a little bit too much for me. Okay, I may go in and put a quote back here in the background, but for now, I really like the way it looks, and I think I need to add a little bit of highlight on my starfish. That's not a lot, but I can see it. Okay, my button is secure. I can go in here and add some buttons to our shoes. Like that. Okay. I think our self-portrait is done. So to make this kind of match the rest of the pages in here, I'm just going to add a little bit of gold around the edge. Just using my fingers. Okay. And you know, since I did not use that page that I printed out of inspiration, I think I'm going to add it here on this side. Now I can add it like that, or I can add it like this and fold it up. After all, this is a big part of who I am and why I make the artwork that I make. You know what? I think I don't want it to get smushed. I'm gonna put it right here in the middle of this page. And I'm gonna fold it over. And that gives me some journaling space to write on, and also an area at the top and bottom to add a little bit more collage. And then all I need to do is flip it out and I can read it. And I think that looks really nice together. Okay. I told you I would show you what I'm doing with the neurographic drawing. And if you hold on for just a second, I'll get my notebook. I hope you like this. It's one of my favorite collage methods. And it's it was originally inspired by Tisha Moore, but I kind of have my own take on it now because I've been doing it for so many years, and adding different supplies and techniques and so on. So anyway, that's that. But I have started taking classes with the Neurographic Academy here in the United States, and I have been doing a number of pieces of artwork, and I'll show them to you. This one, this one, and this one. This was like a half page. And this one. And this one, which I really love, I use the chakra colors on this. And this is the last one that I did. So I just wanted to let you know that I'm still continuing working and learning more and more about neurographic drawing. And if you want to take classes, I'll put a link down below for the classes that I'm taking. And there's a basic user course. It's only, it's short and concise. And if you don't want to go any further than just that course, you'll learn everything that you need to know to get the benefits of this type of drawing. So I just wanted to keep you up to date where I'm going and what I'm doing as far as the Neurographica goes. It's nice and bright, and at this point what I want to do is go over here on this page and write about the symbolism and meaning that this collage has for me. So I wish you many blessings, and if you enjoyed this type of mixed media collage, please subscribe to my channel and give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments. But for now, I'm going to say I'll see you again soon. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.